Shalom, family trendsetter. All praises be to the Most High Power Hashem for allowing us to see another day. And Shabbat Shalom to those of you who practice the Shabbat, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, or Saturn Day sundown. Anyway, I want to talk about a video that I'm sure many of y'all already seen, where in New York City you had, according to them, undercover agents apprehended a Caucasian woman saying that she was responsible for damaging police cameras. Now, I really could care less of them arresting any Caucasian, because they're the one that's doing the most damages in regards to these protests. You know what I'm saying? When black people protest, we don't go around wrecking shit. We don't go around burning down shit. As a matter of fact, do y'all remember that video where you had that Caucasoid in the all black with the umbrella? They call him Umbrella Man, breaking the AutoZone glass. And you have to ask yourself why. Now, before I even expound on why, let's finish with this woman that got arrested. So you had, according to them, undercover agents in civilian clothes in a civilian unmarked vehicle, grabbing this woman, throwing her on the ground, and pushing her into a minivan. And then, of course, you had protesters reacting to it. And when you look at that scene, it was almost like something out of a movie. Now, the reason why I'm concerned about this shit, because, you know, you could have regular traffickers going around, you know, masquerading as undercover agents, taking people off the street and putting them into, you know, trafficking, human trafficking. And that's the first thing that caught my eyes. That's the first thought that came to my mind. Because, see, I think outside of the box, you know what I'm saying? I always look beyond the scope of things. So if we can see this happening on the street, and of course, according to your commander-in-chief, your president, saying he authorized this action, you're gonna have copycats. But it won't be undercover agents doing this shit. It's gonna be regular traffickers doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is a concern, because when we see this happen, we're gonna assume, okay, these are undercover agent making arrests, and we're gonna think it's normal. But incidentally, you know, it could be anybody making arrests. It could be drug dealer, cartel. Who knows who the fuck is behind these so-called apprehension? So we have to, families, start waking up. You have to teach your kids to be aware. You know, I would suggest not really going out there protesting, because, see, you got to understand, even though you have that mask, right? These devils have technology that they can identify who you are. You know what I mean? So I would just say fall back, because first of all, you shouldn't be protesting amongst your enemies anyway, because these are the same people, descendants of the same people that was responsible for slavery. Shit, these are the same people that was responsible for what we're protesting against. You know what I'm saying? So why would you even want to be amongst these people? And I'm not saying, and I use that word people loosely too, and I'm not saying all of them are alike, because you do have some decent, you know, ones out there that genuinely fight for the cause. But me, I ain't taking no chances with none of them, because you hear of people getting shot doing protests and shit. You know, you can have somebody with a knife. I always just picture me alongside these devils, these enemies and shit, these oppressors, and somebody's pulling out a knife and just juking me with it and shit. You know what I'm saying? How easy would that be? Because you got thousands of people out there who you're going to point the finger at, unless somebody physically seeing what occurred. But I just think outside of the box, right? So I just wanted to get that shit out of the way. I mean, with her getting arrested, I'm glad she got arrested, because she's the one that's going around creating havoc. That's what they do. That's what their nature is, family. That's why, for the life of me, you know what, let me just continue. So another thing I want to talk about, right, is this new outbreak that they're saying is happening. According to Dr. Fauci, we should have a cure between the end of the year into next year. And I'm sure a lot of black people are going to be the guinea pig. But what they like to do, they're going to try to say, oh, we have, you know, volunteers, and they're going to show a couple of white faces to, you know, for us to put our guards down. Well, if the white people are doing it, we can do it too. You know, that's the mind frame of most black folks. You know what I'm saying? We like to follow. But I would say to y'all, and again, this video won't be long, that y'all should not, and I repeat, do not take any vaccine. Take your chances with the virus. I mean, hey, process of elimination. If you're going to go, you're going to go. If it's your time to get up out of here, out of this prison planet, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Me, if I get it, I don't want no motherfucking vaccine. I don't want no job. I'm going to stay my ass home and ride it out. If it means that I gotta, my wife said, well, if you're losing your breath and shit, or you below your oxygen level below 90%, you're going to the doctor. Okay, well, at that point, shit, you could do whatever you want with me, because I'm on death's door. Good luck with that shit bringing me back. But I'm gonna ask the Most High to take me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't fear death. Death is not what y'all think it is. Death is not final. As a matter of fact, I'm sure these people that's losing their life now, of course, the circumstances how you die, that's another story and shit. If it's traumatic, of course, it's going to leave an effect. But I'm sure a lot of these people that passed on, they probably like, damn, this is what I was worrying about. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like sleeping and shit. You close your eyes, think about when you're sleeping, right? You don't feel nothing going on. You're not aware unless you're dreaming. And then when you wake up, it's like, boom. Because I remember when I went for surgery and shit, when I got circumcised, believe it or not, I got circumcised family when I was in my late 30s. When I felt the truth and shit, and I realized I wasn't circumcised, I said, look, I got to get this shit right. According to the Bible and shit, I got to be circumcised. And I went and got cut. You know what I'm saying? It was actually a good thing, too. Well, not really. For the first, I'm sharing my personal business with y'all. For the first couple of months, man, into a year, man, this shit was numb down there. I couldn't feel nothing. I couldn't enjoy sex. It was fucked up. But it was a sacrifice I had to make for the Most High power, right? According to the Bible, we had to be circumcised. So when I remember, like, when they put me, as a matter of fact, before they put me on there and shit, I was having a conversation with the dude. He was tricking me. He was asking me a bunch of questions and shit while they administering the anesthesia. And as soon as I answered the last question, I remember the last fucking question. I didn't even get a chance to finish answering. I was out. Next thing I remember, I was in the recovery room and shit. And I'm like, what happened? Is it over? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, damn. I didn't even, I ain't feel nothing. I didn't acknowledge this shit. That's how I mark death. Just going to sleep and shit and waking up, whether you be in judgment or in paradise and shit, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But again, family, I just think that we should not be taking this vaccine. It's up to you if you want to do it. I'm sure many of y'all are gonna do it, because they're gonna force it on you. Or when I say force it on you, not in a sense where they're gonna like hold you down and give it to you. They're gonna put you in situations where you have to decide whether you're gonna choose the vaccine or not having anything. It's gonna be a voluntary thing. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, according to the New Testament that they got from the Old Testament and shit, they got our records and they rewrote the shit. They're going to force the mark of the beast on you. Now, we don't know what the mark of the beast is, right? But I suspect it's the nanotechnology in those vaccines that they're going to implement to everybody. But you're going to have to voluntarily accept the shit. So that way, I guess, Aceton offspring can't say, well, they accepted it. We didn't force it upon them and shit. It has to be voluntary. It's like, free will. So, yeah, it's going to be circumstances where, even though I'm saying don't take the vaccine, y'all like, yeah, I ain't going to take that shit. But then it's going to come to a situation where a lot of y'all going to take it. I promise y'all that. When you see your kids crying for food, or you go to the grocery store and you can't, you can't administer your card because they're going to give you digital money and shit. You ain't going to be able to use no damn cash. That's why they doing away with cash, talking about, cash is dirty and it causes viruses and it's dirty money and blah 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 blah. So they rolling this shit out slowly, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot of stuff that's gonna happen. But one thing I will say, and this is positive, on a positive note, ending this shit on a positive note, is that we, the elect, will be delivered. Okay, Planet Nubaru is on its way. The Anunnakis, and I know y'all don't want to hear about no Anunnaki and shit. Y'all just want to hear about angels rolling in on horses and shit, and Jesus Christ the head of them. The fuck out of here. The Anunnaki, because we are the sun people. We are the sun people. This is one of the reasons why they block out the sun, because they know we need the sun. We are the sun people, and the Anunnaki, they coming to do a reset on this planet, and they will be delivering the elects and shit. That they refer to the Anunnakis as the Elohim. I'm sure y'all have read that shit in the Bible. Elohim mean more than one God. Now there is only one power, right? The Most High power, the God of all gods. He's going to send the Anunnakis, the lower gods, the lower G gods, if you will, right? To come down and deliver his people and shit. And then all hell is going to break loose. All hell is going to break loose. That's what they refer to as a great tribulation. So we, family, we just need to continue serving the Most High, following the law, statutes, and commandments, and the dietary law, and just continue to do what we do, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, nobody ever heard from God, nobody ever met God, nobody ever seen God, nobody. Not even those lying-ass pastors, I got a word from God. Okay, well, Why God can't give me that word himself? Because nobody can see the Most High, because guess what? We on a prison planet. We're definitely in a prison planet, on a prison planet, in a prison suit. This meat suit is a vessel that we use to transport the soul and the spirit for those of us who have both. And I'm going to break down what the soul and the spirit is. The spirit is a life force, right? That actually give us the ability to move around. The soul is what give us the conscience to do right or wrong. Now, you have some people don't have a soul. That's why they always just doing wrong. They react based on instincts, greed. You know what I'm saying? So family, again, I just want to shout out to all my subscribers for supporting me, not financially and shit, because, I don't ask y'all for nothing, because a lot of y'all need y'all money. But I do appreciate y'all standing by me. Of course, my viewership is very low because of algorithm. YouTube is always fucking with me. They don't like the information I'm bringing forth. Now I hear a subscriber telling me they're not getting any notifications. So please, if you are subscribed to me, make sure you hit that notification bell and shit. I'm gonna even go one step further. Give me some thumbs up and shit. Give me some algorithm. Give me some positive feedback. You know what I'm saying? Share my videos on your platform, because I know that YouTube is not allowing me to branch off. So please, if you like a message that I'm saying, and I'm not doing this shit for popularity, or I'm just trying to like open up people's minds, give people opportunity to think about what's really happening, because a lot of us are distracted by entertainments and other non-issues, shit that's gonna profit anybody. Put it that way. All right, family. But with that, I say peace and blessings. Shalom.